Hey people, so it's Energy Jumping and I hope you're having a great day, if not who swear. And we're going to be checking out some cursed images. Without further ado, let's jump in.
There's no cat in this image. Look, if you're gonna do something that makes you that pretty much outs you as a scammer, at least do it behind people's back. Okay, fucking make photographic evidence of it. I don't know how this whole devious challenge started, because you're breaking the law and they're posting it on TikTok. It's just stupidity. Now, whoop-de-doo, the bathroom that you use during school, it doesn't have soap. Woohoo, dirty hands after using that goddamn bathroom. Dumbasses. Why is there a tree in the white bike lane? Well, it's very simple, right? The tree has an arrow on it. So, what the expected bikers to do is just climb up the tree in their bike and fall off. It looks like something that would happen in a cartoon. Like in Fairly Odd Parents, they saw a tree in the middle of the road, or forget the name of the show, they were riding a bike, there was a tree in the middle of the road, and they just slammed into it. Well, this is just disappointing. Well, it says funk, which is, yeah, I guess. The only difference is, I haven't heard the word since 2016. Ah, yes, the plugs in the hotel room are fantastic. This looks like I'm Spider-Man shit out here, right? Sitting out here when it's in a goddamn hotel room. I'm in a room in my house, speaking to an iPad. I don't know why I do that, but just hanging off the ceiling and not falling down somehow. If I dropped into my hotel room and saw this, I would assume Peter Parker was in my house. Why is this mug so long? I'm drinking out of a normal cup, right? And then the next time I'm drinking out of this. I'm spilling this all over myself. You pour it a bit, and then you got scalding hot coffee all over your face. This is the way to solve caffeine addiction. Did someone steal the steering wheel? Now, if I go to my car and I saw this, I would be a lot more than mildly infuriated. Okay, I would be screaming, why the hell would you steal only the steering wheel? How the hell did they get it off so clean? Yeah, I would assume this car was just off the lot, not supposed to be mobile. Why would they even do this? It is just plain evil incarnate. Why? Seriously, I want to hand this to my worst enemy. The banana doesn't fit in the banana case. You know, this banana really doesn't want to be eaten, clearly. I mean, that vegan teacher, he'd be talking about the animals not wanting to be eaten. But this banana right here, summoned the willpower to straighten itself out just to be not put in that case, okay? We need some movement for plants, too. I think it's the wrong bucket. Now, I'm confused how the heck this happens in the first place, right? Do they just make all the candy and ice cream of those two brands in the same factory or something? I mean, how the hell did whatever this ice cream is get into M&M's? I work at a college dorm. The weakest freshman move in, and I'm working a 12-hour shift. They told me not to bring lunch today because we get a free meal. Well, here's my free meal. This is like the school lunches, like ever since the free school lunch thing has came into play, right? I get lunches that only have 3 French toast sticks or 5 mozzarella sticks. Eat this pizza I made with some friends. Why does this exist? You know, that's a good question. Because who the hell decided to put corn and macaroni on a pizza of all things? Whether this is a troll or not, someone and their screwed up head have the idea to do this. Everyone call your local psych ward to figure out if there's a recent escapee. Because I think we should call in a widespread search for these jokers here. This is the one time where I would justify a restaurant Karen, right? I ordered a can of beans, and there are no beans. I'm calling the factory and reporting this issue to the manager. This is 110% the password that they got recommended, right? It's the way to goddamn password that you're never gonna remember, and you're gonna have to change it 10 times. Imagine trying to give the internet password to someone. You're gonna have to test your tongue 10 times, especially with me with my stutter. Actually, I haven't started this video. I'm doing pretty good. And eventually just give up with your tongue in a knot and tell them to check your Snapchat. I always hate when this happens. When I was a kid, I thought that if that little piece of aluminum foil left out on my applesauce cup would kill me, right? So if I were to eat that, I would just sit there and go crazy over it, trying to rip it off. It would take 5 minutes to just get to the applesauce. And I eat combinations where you should not even have applesauce, like cranberry with applesauce on salami and cheese sandwiches. Everyone stare at me like I'm a psychopath. It's right there. Honestly, I think they just did that to piss off the students and then send a bunch of kids to detention for no reason that they didn't cause. Because if everything in my school was like this, I would be causing a riot. Honestly, enough mal-infuriation is enough to create infuriation. This is a great sin. Believe it or not, I've seen worse, right? There was this joker on Twitter, and of course this was on Twitter, right? And they said, is there anyone else who just rinses off the chocolate of the Kit Kat to just get to the wafer? Instead of just buying a wafer, no, you had to spend all the time washing off a perfectly good Kit Kat. The chocolate that makes it so good. Just buy wafers. If you don't like Kit Kats, just buy wafers. Don't make us all suffer by posting this. Pineapple and non-pineapple eaters, we can put aside our differences and because we now have a common enemy. Now, this is the only situation where I'm gonna ally with someone who likes pineapple pizza. Whoever decides to put that on pizza is a psychopath. Speaking of psychopaths, if I gave this to a baby as its first introduction to food, right? That baby would starve to death within a week. Honestly, I don't even blame it. If I were crawling on the floor and this were my last source of food that I could use, right? If I'm in the Hunger Games and this is the only exception besides winning whatever that book is about, I'm choosing potentially dying and being gut lit on fire. Absolute satanic being. Decide that taking a shit in the middle of the floor is better than doing it in the bathroom. If I saw this in the restroom, I'm quitting my job on the spot because my boss is clearly a psychopath, and if I piss him off, it's not going to end well. I don't know what stresses me out more, the fact that the right answer isn't even an option, or the fact that 26% decided 13. Now, first look at this profile pic. I thought it was the Joker from Harry Potter, which I would say to kick him out of Hogwarts because the holes in his brain clearly aren't gonna be filled. There's a point where this shit is just a lost cause. Alright, well that's where I'm gonna have the video. Hope you all have a great day, everyone. This is Anji, dropping out.